welcome to ELE. For some of you, it's the first time here, and you're especially welcome. We hope you'll enjoy our online format today. And as some of you already know, our speaker, I suppose, like maybe most of you know Abdullah, because he has already given a talk on his motherland during the lockdown. And well, some of you know him personally. So then I suppose without any further ado, I'm just giving the floor to Abdullah, and he can introduce his topic and maybe also to say a few words about himself, if you feel like that, Abdullah.
Thank you very much, Oksana, and it's a great honor and pleasure for me to be here with you again. Always, it's pleasure to join the nice group you have here, and your attempt to share the knowledge. Today, we'll be talking about time management. The time management, it's very important issue in our life. But before moving into the topic of our today's lecture, I just would like to say a couple of words about myself, and then we move forward. So, as Oksana said, my name is Abdullah Riz. I'm originally from Syria, born in 1968. And moved to the former Soviet republics of Azerbaijan in '96. And since then, I've been living and working in this part of the world. My main area of activities, I am a project manager. We're involved into construction and other infrastructural projects on wide scale projects. One of my strong, I would say, like ability as multilingual person, because I speak 5 languages. In English, as you can notice, is one of them, which is not the best. I've never had any English lesson in my life. I picked up the language from the communication with good people as yourselves. At my introduction page here, I put like 2 quotes from myself. One quote that the time is our most precious asset, because time is an asset. And the second quote, I always use it, and I heard that many people, they start using it, like the bad experience or every bad experience is a good lesson. So we should always get a benefit or try to learn from any experience we meet in life. But today we are talking about time. So how the world changed with time, because I still remember when we first asked to have like a landline telephone in our home. We had to wait like for a few years. Now I have like 2 or 3 mobile telephones. Many of my friends, they don't have even a landline at home. So the world has changed around us, and we've seen huge changes in our lifetime. The big changes between the school and our approach, the methods they used with us during school. Then when we moved to university, also the atmosphere we had in the university. And then after, when we finished the university, when we joined the real life, we understood that many of the things we learned at university, they are not like applicable in the real life. And some people, they like found, okay, why I spend this much of time learning something that I don't want? Even now, we can hear this very often from the kids. especially at school. Okay, oh, I want to learn mathematics. Why I need to study about history? Why I need the philosophy? So sometimes in our movement in time, we do not understand all the aspects of the information we are getting. But one thing for sure, the access to the information has become much easier. Like now I can mention a word or about someone or something, and all what it takes you couple of clicks on your telephone or on your computer, and you will have a lot of information from various websites and resources and other communication means. So the information become really available. But with this availability of information, we start facing fake knowledge. We start facing common stories, and which is not always applicable or can help us to progress in our time. Also, the technology around us has changed a lot. I mean, I remember there were like a show, TV show called the Space 1999, and they had like video calls. So those like travelers, the astronauts, or they were like having like video calls. Now we are having one of these. Like, well, maybe it was like a prediction in time for those like science fiction movies, and now we see that we are using one of those. And not only this kind, there are a lot of new technologies, the smart homes, the self-driving cars, many stuff changing with time. So we need to keep up with those changes, because every changes will bring us a new opportunity. Of course, we are now living into like a global village. Really, it's a village. Like you can imagine, I am from Syria, giving a lecture in Moscow in English language, hosted by like a natively speaking English person. So we are really living in a big village, but the behind that there is always some different into mentality. So what is time, and why we need to manage the time? We will not talk about like back to the future, though today we might be looking into the future, or today it will be one of the steps we take for our future. But when this lecture has been announced, they said we will meet at that address. But if someone will come and tell you, okay, we will meet at that address, the first question you will ask him, when? The time is physical. We consider the fourth dimension for us, because everything is with X, Y, Z. I'm not gonna talk about the other mathematical coordinates systems, the one we use for the satellites and for the flying objects and stuff like that. But the more we dig, or the more we try to understand those kind of coordinates, we get like more complicated. So what is time? Time is what's really bonding us together now at this moment. And why it is important? Because we know that 60 million years ago, the life on Earth, or like extinguished all the life form on Earth. All the dinosaurs were like killed by an asteroid. And we, talking today, just a few months ago, on the 29th of April 2021, an asteroid called the EZ4, he passed at the same trajectory of Earth, just like 3 to 6 hours before the Earth reached that point. So that asteroid, he passed, and then after 3-4 hours, the Earth came. And the same happened in 1998, when another asteroid came after Earth, like around 6 or 8 hours after the Earth left that position into the space. So with the asteroid, it's the question only not if, it is when. An asteroid will hit the Earth. We don't know the size. We know a couple of years ago, we had a Chelyabinsk. The scientists, they did not notice, or they didn't have enough cautions for that asteroid. And we remember what happened at Chelyabinsk. But again, today, we will not talk about that. Today, we will be talking about the time itself and how we manage our time. So the first question here, do we have enough time? Is the time we have in our position is enough to do what we want to do? I put here some rough calculation, very rough calculation, 8 hours of sleep, 2 hours per day. I will talk per day, then we calculate per week. 2 hours for food, including preparations. Travel time, 3 hours a day, 1.5 hour going, 1.5 hour coming back. Just like for Moscow. I know some people, they spend more time on travel, but still. Other tasks, 2 hours a day. And in the sum is 157 hours per week, only to sleep, work, and do some minor stuff. And that will leave us only with 11 hours a week to enjoy our life, to do what we want. I did not take into these calculations shopping. I did not take into these calculations like meeting with friends, getting sick, nothing. It's just the essential issues in our life. So we have only 11 hours, or we need to improve our use of time. Like some people, they sleep less than 8 hours. So can we improve our sleep? So if we sleep 6 hours, we will get the same benefit? Yes, we can. There are some practices how to improve your sleeping, what do you call it, like outcome of the sleep. So where you put yourself directly into the deep sleep mode. There are some practices about that. And then 5 or 6 hours sleep a day will be enough. And as we notice here, 40 hours work per week. And I'm saying also in average, I know that many people, they work more than 60 hours a week. Some people, their shifts, it's like for 10 hours or 11 hours on site. So to improve the outcome of our existence on work, or the efficiency of our work, we need to improve that. So, okay, well, originally this was designed to be like an offline. So I will have questions for you. You can think about the answer. What is time management for you? What is time management for each one of you? If somebody has an answer, he just can unmute his microphone and let us hear his answer. What is time management for you?
I don't know. Maximizing time.